Hey guys, Dino Zero. I wanted to show you a little bit about my my two draw knives that I have. There's the 12-inch blade and there's a 24-inch blade. I have these two draw knives because some good friends sent them to me, and I really appreciate it. You guys know who you are. Thank you very much. They're the only reason that I have these draw knives. Now this big one here, and like I say guys, I'm not an expert, I'm not a master woodworker. There's probably some old woodsman guy out there in the world who's going to watch this video and be like, dude, you're an idiot. But this is how I use mine, and this is what I use mine for. This big one right here, I'm going to use it. I use it for these big slabs like this. This half a tree. Remember that other half of that beech tree that kicked my butt for a while? I'll use it for skinning off the bark, and then whenever I make my rips, I'll use that to drag along and smooth them out. So I'll give you a quick demo on how I use this one to peel off some of that bark on this tree here. If I can get this thing set up right or not, I don't know. Don't know if it's set up right or not, but here we go. Draw knives, they got the handles, and that's exactly what you do. You put it on and you draw it towards you, just like that. And this works really good for pulling the bark off. I like to get the bark off when I can. That way you don't have little bugs and little critters getting underneath the bark and setting up shop in there. But it takes a pretty long process. It makes it a pretty short process. Like I said, I don't know if this is what this is actually designed for, but it works great. Kind of hard to find a good draw knife anymore. Not something that a lot of people still use, but I do. So there you go. In just a couple of minutes, running that draw knife up and down. I've got more than half of it. I'll have to do the other side here, but I don't want to bore you guys to death with watching me pull a draw knife. And I've got more than half of this beech tree skinned. Now the smaller draw knife, this 12-inch blade. Let me show you what I do with those, because this piece of beech wood right here, I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but there's a knife handle in there. There's a couple of knife handle slabs in there, and we're going to take it and I'll show you how I get after that. So give me a second. Alright guys, little one just got home from school. Little ones, what is it? Hey, what is that right there?
A drawing knife.
A what?
Drawing knife.
What is it for?
Trimming and shaping wood.
That's right, drawing knife. Trimming, shaving, shaping wood. You gotta teach them young. You gotta teach them right, guys. Come here over here. Teach them the old ways, even though they want to be in the new ways. You hold it just like that. Okay, I've got a really rough piece of that beechwood here that I'm going to start shaping into a couple of handles. So the first thing I want to do is I want to level this, make this straight across the top here. I'm just going to put it into my vise. Secure it down good. Now the thing about a draw knife is it's flat on one side and it's got a bevel on the other side. So what that's good for is when you get it in there, you pop it up just like that, and that'll help you make that straight cut all the way across. All these little shavings, you sweep them up and they make great little kindling for the fireplace. They make good fire starter for just about anything. You can even take these things and round off these square edges. Back up, Joshua. Round them off, smooth them out. And it makes it really so smooth that you really don't even have to worry about sanding it when you get done, because it's really smooth and it's really nice. Alright. Okay, this side is pretty well smoothed out. We're going to come over here and do this side. Actually, I'm going to do this side here first. Show you how you can make it flat. Bring it up a little bit. See how I just lift that up and it pop that right off? Just like that. And it'll follow the grain and you can just smooth it right out. So we took a really rough piece of wood that was really rough cut, and we smoothed it out to the point where I can run my hand over it just like this without getting any splinters. Now we'll flip it over and do the other side. Yeah, and I know this video is going to be really boring for some people, but there are some people who have asked me to show them how I use them. So I will do the best I can. And like I say, this particular piece of beech is going to wind up on a knife. So go. In just a little bit of time, we take a really rough piece of wood and we've made it a nice, smooth, centrifugal, square, rectangle. What I'll do is these rough edges here that I don't need, I'll just saw them off straight down, and I'll use this really nice piece of beech right here, cut my 2 slabs out for the knife handle, drill them onto the frame, and glue them and pin them on. So I don't know if you can see that or not, and I hope this helps. So you can see how I use my knives. I really appreciate you guys sending me those knives. That was really cool. I know the video was boring, guys, I'm sorry, but I told them that I would show everybody how I use my knives. Maybe right, maybe wrong. It's my way. The end.